This is not the knitting news for the 50th week of 2024. My name's Annie, and ordinarily every week I will go to Knit Happens Teesside, which meets in a local coffee shop. I haven't been very well. I had a chest infection and I had almost lost my voice. So I decided not to go along on Thursday and spread germs about to everybody else. So the other night at knitting, I don't know really what happened, apart from I wasn't the only person who wasn't there. And there was Helen and Andy came, and I think I've missed her because I think she's going again. And Fee's not quite back. So we'd anticipated that we might all get together, but we've all just sort of missed. So not this time. I have, however, been well enough to do some knitting and crochet, but this is some of the knitting that I can't show you because it's gift knitting, and the other work I've been doing is on my strawberry blanket, which is here. It's grown a bit. I must have enough to do at least 4 times that, which might be just a little bit more than square, a bit more of a rectangle than a square. And there's nothing wrong with it, it's just that some of the strawberries are on the wrong side, so you just pop them through as you go along. It's kind of easier to work with the bulk of the stitches at the back of your work while you're working, so they all end up on the back, and then push them through to the front. Stops them getting in the way. Oh, there's a couple further down. I hope it doesn't keep doing that when it's being used. Imagine washing it and then having to push all the strawberries through. Anyway, it's kind of enjoyable, but you haven't got to be in a rush. This pattern, which is only off YouTube videos, and I've shown it before, and I will probably try and find a link because I didn't do it last week. And this morning I've just been looking at what I need to link on last week's video, so I've been a bit lackadaisical, sorry. I knew I was getting poorly on Saturday night. I just could not sleep, but not for any particular reason, only everything just didn't feel quite right, if you know what I mean. I didn't quite have a headache, and I was a little bit achy. Anyway, I think I'm over the worst of that. I have made a purchase of yarn that arrived recently this week. I think it was this week. It's still got the message stuck on it. I'm not sure if you can see the colours properly with the way I've got my light. Every time I take a picture or put it on a video, it doesn't look quite as nice as it does in the flesh. So it's kind of mustards. I should block that light a bit. It's mustards, browns, pinks, lime greens even. And it's Dundaga wool, which is Latvian, I think it is. Apparently it's washed in a mountain lake, but then when I was reading some information, it smells good. It's supposed to be, it's kind of rustic, and it says wash it again. So it says wash before you use it, and so it's really rather rustic and a little bit rough, but a dream. Has anybody used it? Let me know if you've used it, because at some point when I've got some space to do some washing, I'm going to open them up and wash them through. And I do have a plan. If it's going to work with the pattern, I do have a pattern. It's a Caitlin Hunter pattern. And, well, I can put the name on the screen because I can't remember what it is at the moment. But it's so beautiful. It doesn't need to be fancied up with any colour work or anything else. I just love it. I actually have some more Dundaga wool that I haven't used yet. So there's this, and I've got some, I know I've got some turquoise and grey, and I know I've got some blue and black. It comes up on my eBay, and I just think, ooh, that's nice. Not better. That's all I have to show you, I think, woolly wise. Apart from what I am wearing, which is, this is called By the Sea. There's lots of increases, I think, along that line that gives it this like little twirly bit. And it's one skein. I've looked on Ravelry and I couldn't find it again, and that keeps happening to me. But it's such a perfect shawl because it's not very deep. It starts probably with a tab in the middle there. Garter stitch. It's not very deep, but it goes round your neck the right amount and only uses one skein of 4-ply. And then actually the colour that I wanted to put along the edge, it's like pink and orange and a little bit of purple. It's like a hand dyed. Well, I took it from another jumper that I haven't finished yet. But it was such a tiny amount that I thought I'd get away with it. Hopefully. Because this has been done years and the jumper's been on the go for years and not finished. I'll tell you why I haven't finished this jumper. I could, actually, I'll go and find it and show you. You just have to give her a bat. I think when you hiss at her, she can't hear you. Cat and dog antics. I think that the older dog that we've got, the Lottie, the grey one, she's a little bit hard of hearing maybe. She's 12 and I think her eyes aren't great either, and she keeps pursuing the cat, and I think that maybe she can't hear when she's being hissed at. And I just went downstairs to find this project and the cat was upset, weren't you? Upset. So Daisy, we've got her certificate now. And she's very much settling in. She's stop sniffing my wall a minute. She's letting us stroke her without attacking us. Though there was a funny episode the other night. Oh no, it was dinner time yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes, I've been busy all day and I sat down. All morning what I'd been doing, you know when you do this whirling around your house with maybe a hoover and then you put the washing on, and then you know that a cupboard needs a little bit of a hoover inside because of the things that are kept in it and the way that people get them in and out, and so you hoover the cupboard and then you decide to wash the cupboard, and then you decide to sort out all the things that people can't throw away out of that cupboard, and then think, well, I'm sure there'll be like duplicate everything in the other cupboard too, like let's open another tomato ketchup without using up the last one, and another jar of honey without using up the last one, and maybe some peanut butter and spices, pepper, black pepper, all sorts. Got a bit more space now. Oh, he's come back in so he can hear me moaning about him. This is another Caitlin Hunter. So this orange and pinky around the yoke and the top is the colour that I wanted for my little shawlette. So I did take some. And I can't remember who dyed it, but it's glorious. The reason this is on Sleeve Island is Well, the needle's not even through the stitches at the moment. Colour work down the sleeve. This is lilac. Is that any better? Yeah, it might be. So it's lilac. This is lilac, I don't know if you can tell. The light's really poor. I'll have to buy one of them fancy ones and then you'll see like circles in my glasses. I don't like doing sleeves in the round, no matter how nice the needles are. But I really should finish this because I'm sure I would wear it a lot. This isn't all, this is a little bit acrylic-y. And this is obviously some merino nylon or something. This is Red Heart. Bought on Tinternet. So that's why I haven't finished that project. Because I don't like doing sleeves in the round. I really should just stop being ridiculous and get it done. So I might leave it out. It's the end of the year, the time when you assess your projects, why you have not finished them, whether it's because you're being like that, or whether it's because you really know in your heart of hearts that you don't actually like it and you're not actually going to wear it, which is a very good reason to pull it back. The other thing I'm wearing, I'm looking over there, well, I'll have a drink, that's for sure. This is Rington's Peppermint Tea. Ringtons are the people who come to the door. Every time he comes to our house, which is once a fortnight, I answer the door and he asks me if my mother's in. Like every single time. So this sweater is called Tilwith. And it's by Rosie Woodland. And I made one. So it's got my armpits there. So it's got like a drop sleeve. I made one in red with white. That's my daughter's. And saw this wool in a basket or a bin on a wool show. A special offer. Exact same wool. In the brown, and it's like it is a lilac colour. And it's Debbie Bliss Falkland Merino Aran. And when I knitted the red one, you know how there's a slight unevenness to a hand knit. It looked great, but it did look hand knit. And then when I blocked it, it just flattened out absolutely beautifully. It was like one of the biggest differences between pre-blocking and post-blocking that I've experienced, really. I know with a lace or a shawl or something it would make it flatten out really nicely, but this Debbie Bliss Falkland Merino Aran is just very soft and blocks out beautifully. So this pattern was in Knit Now magazine. You can Google it and find it. It does have some shaping at the back so that the neck comes up a bit further. And is an all-round very lovely cosy jumper. I don't think you can see the tree today, but it's almost as windy as it was last week without the storm. There's one more thing I need to show you. Helen gave me a little gift for the tree. It's suffragette colours, or modern day turf colours maybe. Isn't that cool? She really likes the tinsel yarn. She's got quite a collection, I think, and she gets it out every Christmas and makes different things like snowmen and trees, and I think, and also Jill made some trees as well. I think I've shown you them though. Anyway, I think that's it for this week. More news, maybe, next week.
You passed.
Careful. What's going on?